Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I am talking about a keto essential fat which is ghee. Ghee is a very common food in India, but I realize that in a lot of places outside of India it's very difficult to find a good quality ghee, and that's the reason I thought I'll make a video about how ghee is made at home. Ghee is a celebrated food in India. Whenever there's a festival, we light lamps from ghee for the god, and we also cook all our food in pure ghee. That's how important ghee has been. It's also been important in Ayurveda as a health food. So by Ayurveda, it's considered a superfood, and a lot of times medicines are mixed in ghee for consumption. There's a lot of research happening in the past few years, and I'm so glad that ghee is slowly gaining its glory back and people are including ghee more and more in their diets, not only in India but even outside of India. So I'm more than glad to share this recipe with you. There are two ways of making ghee. Let me talk about the easy way first so that it encourages you to watch the video. The easy way is to take some store-bought unsalted butter. Buy the best quality butter that you have and put it on the gas at a low flame and let it cook out all the water, and then the remaining fat that you have is actually the ghee. And the main method is where ghee is made in an Ayurvedic way, the traditional way, which I have seen my mother making ghee in. This ghee is made from raw milk. So every day when you buy milk, you boil it and you skim the fat off of the milk. When you put it in the fridge, the fat floats to the top and you skim that fat off and you store it in the freezer for a month. Once you have significant amount of fat, you get it out to the room temperature and you put some yogurt culture or a probiotic pill into it and you let that ferment for 2 whole days. I have a similar video of yogurt making which I will be sharing the link to in the description, so please take a look at that. The only difference between that and this is that in that method, when you're making yogurt, you're fermenting it only for 8 hours. In this method, you will be fermenting it for 2 days until it's sour, it smells sour and it's slightly bubbly and yellow in color. That's when your cream is ready to be turned into ghee. I am going to be showing this method first and after that we will go to the second method. So this is the sour cream that I was talking about. If you look at it, it's almost yellow and bubbly. I have stirred it around a little bit, but now we are going to sort of use this thing to stir it even more. And to this I'm also going to add some cold water or ice. And once you add the cold water and ice, the fat will separate from the whey and it will be easier to make the butter. As the whole mixture gets cold, it starts becoming more and more lumpy. So what you want to do is you want to put some cold water in this and actually drain that water away, and we are going to keep doing that like 3-4 times at least. And then the fat that you get is the clean pure butter. I have a strainer here and I'm going to put this, and this water that comes out, that is the real buttermilk, and it can be had, and it has a lot of health benefits because mainly it has probiotics. It has been fermented. I am going to store this whey, the pure buttermilk. I'm going to wash this a couple of times. Roll from the pot. So now I'm going to add water to this. So if you see, the water and the butter has completely separated. And if you add cold water to this, it will separate even better. So this is pure butter which you need to wash a couple of times. And there's a lot of floating fat in the water. You want to wash that off because it's believed that that's the bad fat. So I hope you can see how buttery it's become. It's absolutely buttery. This butter is actually, the good butter is much as compared to the other butter. And you want to wash the butter until the water is almost clear, which is what I'm going to show you a couple of times more, and I'm going to show you how clear the water becomes. So this is our clean butter. So look at it.
Just look at it, how soft it is. Now I'm going to put it on the burner to cook on the lowest flame that I can, and you will have ghee in no time. While making ghee, all the water from the butter is actually evaporated and cooked out, and only the fat is left. So ghee has a longer shelf life. Now you'll see for some time there'll be water coming out of it, and then you want to let it simmer on the lowest gas and keep an eye on it. Now you can see that it's vigorously boiling because the water is actually evaporating, and then after some time the boiling is going to slow down. There are some people who like the ghee to be absolutely white, which is what you buy in stores, but I like the nutty color, so I'm going to go a little longer. Now you can see that the ghee has quietened. You don't really stir it because all the remaining impurities also come to the bottom, as you can see. So I'm going to let this simmer like that at the lowest gas possible. Once in a way I'm switching off the gas. It's slightly brown now. This is where you want to stop. Now you can see that the crackling sounds have almost stopped. I'm going to switch off the gas and leave it to cool down. So this is the second method of making butter. This is some unsalted butter that I've bought ready-made. I'm going to put it in the pot and let it cook for some time, just like the homemade butter, and in some time it's going to turn into ghee. The butter is boiling now. It's going to take a couple of minutes more and then it'll be ready. Let me show you the ghee that we made from our homemade butter. Brown bits have burnt out. We are not going to take those. We are going to strain it and just take the fat. I like the nutty brown color. My mother always made ghee that color. So you want to kind of move it around and be able to see what color the ghee is. You don't want it to burn quickly. And since this is full fat, there's a chance of the ghee getting burnt before you realize. So our ghee is ready. There is burnt bits at the bottom, but the top is nice and toasty. It looks dark at this point, but once I strain it out, it's not going to look that dark. It's a beautiful golden color.
I also want to show you something. This is a pot in which we traditionally store ghee. This is made from silver, pure silver. It has a lid and it has a cute little spoon. The reason to store ghee in silver traditionally is because silver is a good conductor of heat. So whenever the ghee solidifies and you want to use it, if you're cooking, women used to actually put this silver pot on top of any other pot which is hot at that time. The silver instantly heats the ghee and the ghee melts. So that's one of the reasons to use a silver pot. The other one is silver is a trace mineral that you want to be consuming. So some silver goes into your food through the ghee because you're storing it in a silver pot. So now let's go ahead and strain the two ghees and take a look at their color.
It's got such a beautiful nutty smell, and store-bought ghee is never brown to this extent. So it's never this brown and nutty in taste. And this is the ghee that we got from store-bought butter. I'm going to now strain the ghee that I got from my homemade butter. And the color is different only because of how long I have cooked it. So French people call it clarified butter, brown butter or burnt butter. So this leftover stuff, you can add sugar to it and you can actually even eat this. It tastes quite good. So this is our ghee from the homemade butter. You can top any food with this brown ghee and it's just going to taste wonderful.
I hope you enjoyed seeing the process and I hope I encouraged you to make ghee at home. So please give these recipes a try, at least the second one in which you make it from store-bought butter. You can buy the best quality butter that is available to you and make ghee at home for yourself. So go ahead and try it out. Let me know in your comments whether it worked out for you. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.